We're going to work Hubud off the straight punch. There's lots of different ways to do Hubud. We're going to work off the straight punch. We're going to right lead for now. So Nisha's throwing a straight punch. I'm going to parry. And she's throwing the straight punch. She's throwing it basically at my chest level. She's not throwing it at my face. She's going to throw it at my chest just in case I did a visual. But I parry. And my second hand, you call it the clear. But think of rising up as opposed to trying to open way too far here. Okay. So I parry. I raise it up. I trap and I hit. She raises, traps, and hits. What I want you to do for a little bit, we'll switch, we'll work the other side of it. I just want to start with this. Stephen knows this. I just saw this before. Brian, you want to take him through it? Because I think you're one of the better people at breaking it down. Okay, we'll give it a shot. You guys can just stick with that.
Makes it easier.
So you can just stick with that. You can just reset your lead. Or if you start off here, I'm going to show you the switch. First switch I want you to learn. So the first switch is I'm going to parry, right? And then I'm just going to come back. So I parry and I punch back, and she just follows it. If she does it to me, she parries. No, so and then I follow it back. That switches my side. Right? If you want to be able to switch, okay, but if not, you can just switch by just switching. That's okay. Okay, so lighten it up. And sometimes it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's okay. Sorry. All right. So give it time. Change is good to have, right? Because there's other ways to change too, but that's just one of the ones that. Another way is just to do 3 beats too, and I can go 1, 2, and I can just punch. 1, 2.
Oh, 2. Oh, yeah.
That's another one, right? So I go 1, 2, punch. She goes 1, 2, punch. That's another one. I don't want you working on it. Just stick with the one switch, but there's lots of ways to switch. But what I want you to work on now, we're going to work on putting in a lock out of the flow. Okay, so I'm going to do the flow. I'm going to pull. I'm going to punch there. If she parries, I'm okay. I'll do that. I don't want you to parry now.
Oh,
no, I know. I just thought, but there are ways to do it. So the first one we're going to go. I just successfully hit. Okay, I'm going to roll into a figure 4 arm lock, and then I'm just going to roll out and go back into the flow. So she can go, pull, hit. Yeah, there you go, and then pull it. So when I do it, it's a hit first. I cut into the arm. I push. I got a wrist lock here. I push it over. I grab my own arm, right? And then if I want to, I would. Once I get past her shoulder line, I would step back to drop. But for now, we'll just take it to where she's off balance, and then as she pushes out of it, I'm just going to reset and go back into the flow, right? And then she does it. Oh, there you go. Figure 4, and she goes back. And then to make it fun.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's why we're sticking with one switch for now. And we try and do it on this side, right? So I'm going to parry, clear, punch, go into the figure 4, recheck. It's so hard to figure out that way. There you go. Do it on left, and she gets to do it on left.
Yeah.
Here, figure 4, check the arm and punch, right? And then you can switch. Yeah. That's why I'll stick with one switch, because if you start to have the other switches, sometimes it gets confusing. It all gets confusing. Eventually, it's all just that. Roll the shell. Can we try that? Working into figure 4.
That was the right switch?
It was the right
Okay.
And it's okay, so I'm adding stuff, but you can always just stick with one level. You don't have to add into it, right? So we start with this straight line Hubud. I pull in, and I go for the figure 4. She's going to push out. Instead of resetting, I'm going to roll to an arm bar. And then from the arm bar, I'm going to reset. Okay? So she gets to go, she goes into figure 4. I push out, she goes to an arm bar, she resets right from there. Check, hit, yeah. Okay, don't pull me up from the arm bar. Right, so I go here, she pushes out, I roll to the arm bar, I'm going to check the arm and punch. Okay. She goes, figure 4, I push out, she rolls to the arm bar, she checks and she punches. That means I have to get up and catch that punch. Okay? And then if we want to, you can switch. Right? So then I can go to figure 4. She pushes out, I roll to the arm bar, I check, I throw the punch, and we're back up. You give it a try? Okay, figure 4 to straight arm bar, standing arm bar. So there's all sorts of other stuff, right? We could go right into a wrist lock from stuff. We could go into all sorts of stuff. I'm just going from this particular flow here. So from this flow, I'm going to go for the figure 4. I'm going to go to the arm bar. From the arm bar now, I'm going to slide down and wrap into a straight arm bar here. So let's go with this again. So hit here, here. I go for the arm bar here. Right? I'm going to slide underneath I'm gonna cut my bony part in here. I can just straight arm bar her there. If the arm bends, then I'll take it into a bend arm and more. If the arm stays straight, I have it here. And I'm just gonna double check. Okay. One more time, hit here, arm bar, rotate through into a straight arm here. I'm just gonna let it release, check, and go through. Okay. Here, there, arm bar, scoop all the way through, yeah, and then go into straight arm bar, yeah. Okay, and then check, yeah, I get that. So, here, arm bar, it rolls through. I'm gonna put my right hand cutting into that area here. I'll just go here. Okay, you can lock these up more. You can turn it. Right? I can grab her shoulder. I can do other stuff. But right now, I'm just going to go here, and I'm just going to release to get back into the flow. Give it a try. We haven't done enough Hubud.
Yeah.
So back in the ICS days when I trained with Dale Johns, he believed that Hubud was the key to understanding Philippine martial arts. That everything came up. He taught everything from this. Right? He taught trapping. He taught blocking. Everything came from there. We don't do it enough these days. I think we need to get a little more emphasis on doing this. It also just helps you with your hand speed in close and your hand coordination. Okay, so start figure 4, arm bar, roll to the reverse straight arm bar here. Okay, then I'm going to pull it into the handle lock, and as it releases, I'm going to stand her up with a rising arm bar, back to the arm bar, and that'll be the flow. Reset to the arm bar again. So hit figure 4, arm bar. Straight through to this arm bar. From there, if it just slips out, it's okay, or if it bends, but it slips out, I'm going to go and I'm going to do an upward arm bar, roll back to the original arm bar, and reset. Yeah, we got it.
Oh, let's try.
Okay,
So here,
arm bar, roll it
here.
Yeah.
So bring it
here, and slips
and then
out,
slip
rising.
Here.
Yeah, and then roll
And
over into
then
original arm bar.
Here.
There you go, and then check him right back. Okay, just to have a nice flow for those. You gonna try? Yeah. All right.